Hi, I'm Sean, the Teen Librarian here at the Palm Springs Public Library, and this is the tutorial for the Teen Summer Reading Program craft, glow-in-the-dark bouncing balls. In your kit, you'll find some borax, some glow-in-the-dark glue, and you'll need about a half cup of warm water, not provided, and a mixing bowl and something to mix with. Just a couple things before we get started. I've included in your kit some gloves as well. You may want to use those if you have sensitive skin or if you just want an easier cleanup. But when working with borax, you gotta make sure you wash your hands really well afterwards because it can be an eye irritant. It says on this, just as a warning, wash your hands thoroughly, wear eye protection. If contact in the eye occurs, rinse eyes cautiously for several minutes. Remove contact lenses if possible. Continue rinsing. If eye irritation persists, get medical advice attention. So be careful when working with borax. Also, somewhere in this video, I'll include the secret word, which you will need for Beanstack. So after you've completed this craft, you can go to Beanstack and enter the secret word found in this video, and you'll earn a summer reading program badge and a grand prize entry ticket. All right, let's go. All right, let's get started. I've got a half cup of warm water here, my tablespoon of borax, and I've got a couple different colors of glue, each about 2 to 3 tablespoons there. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix in the borax with in the hot water and stir that until it's dissolved. This can take a little bit, so just stir away. Now this solution that you're making here can be used a couple of times. So if you've got 2 different colors in your kit, you can make one bouncing ball and then make another. Also, you want to use 2 to 3 tablespoons of glue, and that will just how much glue you use will just determine the size of your your bouncing ball. And the code word for this week for this badge is massive, M-A-S-S-I-V-E. Again, that's massive, M-A-S-S-I-V-E. So once you're done with this, go ahead and go on Beanstack, enter that in this week, and earn this badge and this week's grand prize entry ticket. All right, that's ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my first color in, and I want to just go ahead and glob it in, and then once it's in there, you're going to wait about 20 seconds before getting it out. So let's just pour that in. And let's go 20 seconds. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and whatever you use to stir with, whether it's a fork or in this case I'm using some to-go chopsticks, you're gonna go ahead and use that to get your ball out in case the water is hot or warm. I want this to be, yeah, mine's a little hot, so, all right. And once you get that once you get that glob, you're gonna wanna knead this. And if you run into any sticky parts, which you undoubtedly will, you're gonna just dump it back into the borax solution and continue and bring it back out and continue kneading. The more you knead this, the more you play with it. There's a sticky part. The more you knead with it, the more you play with it, the more ball-like it will become. So this is this process will take a little bit. I've read anywhere online that kneading can take 20 minutes, 10 minutes, but I guess really just give it a good knead before you start balling it in your hand, which is what we'll do next. So every now and then a piece of glue really will stick out, so I'm going to put it back in the solution. You're also squeezing water out. All right, once you've spent some time kneading this, go ahead and dry. I recommend drying your hands, maybe even drying this off just a little bit, and then you're gonna start the process of balling it. And here we've got our bouncing ball. One thing I want to note is that if you run into any cracking, which you surely will, always just rely on the borax solution. Just toss it in and then squeeze the ball back together and then continue the balling process. And again, this can take some time, so this is something maybe to revisit. You can put it in the solution and then ball it again, and then just keep working it. Here we've got our bouncing ball. Whoa! And let's see if we can get some glow in the dark effect too. All right, and that is how you make the glow in the dark bouncing ball. Thanks so much for doing this project. I hope you had fun making it as much as I did. And make sure you check out all the other stuff we're doing this season for the summer reading program. And also make sure you enter the code that I gave you the code I gave you earlier into Beanstack so you can get this week's grand prize entry ticket thing. All right, thanks. Bye.